Hello boys, how you guys doing? Especially the YouTubes. Pretty sure you guys probably just the YouTube boys only probably just finished watching the what's that? All of them impression stuff, and you're probably only gonna see this the following day or something. Okay, so it is already the month of June, so let's talk about the future note stuff, or the Koregara, whichever you call it. And yeah, first and foremost, I've already been spoiled by a certain huge fucking update for obvious reasons. Just because everybody won't fucking shut up about it. Everybody's posting everywhere. And there's no way I can dodge that unless I really did not even look anything online on the internet. And for some reason, I don't know what's wrong with you guys, but like even immediately on the YouTube comments, right? The very first thing, I actually just uploaded my video. The first comment, literally a few seconds after I uploaded my video, I see someone posted about it already. Like, holy shit! Like, yeah, no fucking damn. It's just I know it's a fucking huge thing, but yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. For now, let's just go through slowly, okay? All right. With that out of the way, okay. So first thing is we have what? We have Xeno, water and earth. So we have 2 at a time now. AX skills for both Cocutus and 5-star Uncared for done. Huh. Okay, so we get 5-star as well. So that means they're doing 2 at a time. Man, those low-level players are going to cry now. They have to choose one, but obviously if you want to choose one, just pick the Earth because Guild War is coming. Yep. Okay, then we have Hope's Sweet Moon rerun. If you play the event in February 2021, there will not be a... What? Oh. There will be no additional free Evo Light and Gold Break. Cool story. Still unfortunate that Ilsa did not get a full limit break on this one. But, oh well. Okay, and then we have Diaspora on the June 16, which is a few days right before Guild War. I will definitely be doing that. As announced previously, it will be a high difficulty water boss harder than Dark Rapture, and use extra party slots and additional weapon eligible grids. Oh really? So it's kind of like Super Baja? I thought they say it's not going to be as hard as Super Baja. It's like a tier in between Super Baja and Fa. So, but it uses the grids just like Super Baja. So it's like, is it gonna be as hard as Super Baja or? It will drop new water weapons. The upcoming bosses in this series also drop weapons. So I guess we have to start farming this fucker, eh? But then again, it's water weapons, so technically it's not needed for Guild Wars, so it's fine, right? Yeah. Kind of curious what kind of weapons are they gonna put in? Something tells me it might actually just be like meta-defining guilds, but I mean grids, weapons, whatever. But we will see, I suppose. Yeah, definitely be doing that on day 1 if I can actually kill it on day 1. But we have to wait until those whalers do their shit first, I suppose. What the fuck is that? Okay, so that was the thing. We were wondering like what kind of boss type are we looking at now, but the new boss will be Hitogata, a type of what is what? What is a cryptid? I have no idea. Huh. Ah. Interesting, okay. Cool. Alright. New to the Unite and Fight with a new cycle. Nightmare boss level 2. A higher level of difficulty that only the crew can host and join. Oh, so wait, so can we full auto that shit now? The previous very hard boss will now be a solo battle labeled hard, and previous hard boss will be removed. Okay. Thank fuck, so we only have 2 now. Okay, how many more? Oh, that's actually quite a few. Nightmare 100 and 150 bosses will be available on day 2 of the finals, while the new Nightmare 200 will be available on day 3 and day 4. 200 will unlock after a specific number of 150s have been cleared. If you already clear enough 150s on day 2, 200 was unlocked on day 3. On the other news, the team looked into changing the amount of HP on the Unite and Fight EX boss, but have decided not to change it this time around. See, this is what we were saying as well. There was like a chance that it will increase, right? Because it tends to happen like every time when there's a new cycle of elements, right? They actually make it stronger and shit, but I guess they are not doing it this time. Rewards for the Unite and Fight will also be overhauled. Boss honors, reward honors, and ranking rewards called out. So, are they going to reduce it altogether? Because now we have Nightmare 200. Oh my god, Nightmare, dude. If they don't change anything to do with the current the current honor gain, right? Oh my god, dude, the thing is just going to skyrocket even harder. But I think it's already going to skyrocket even harder with just Nightmare 200. Oh my god. How the fuck are we going to full auto Nightmare 200 now? Wait, so... Dude, if that's the case, why the fuck is there even still Nightmare 95 then? Might as well just delete Nightmare 95. If Nightmare 150 and 100 is going to be on day 2, right? Why the fuck is there even Nightmare 95? I mean, I guess it's just for the lower level players, but I find it really pointless now. Nightmare 95 is like fucking useless now. It's only there for like a day. I mean, this honestly actually brings out a very, very interesting topic though. Like the things that we need to do moving forward for all elements now. Just because there's Nightmare 200 now. I like how we were memeing this for so long that they actually finally did it. Man. Okay, so the thing I'm actually really worried about is that they said they're going to overhaul the rewards, right? I wonder if they actually know that the main problem of Guild Wars is still because of all the fucking rewards. I want them to reduce the rewards. Because if there are lesser rewards, like the rewards is not so extravagant as how it is right now, right? If there's lesser shit in like just Guild War itself, right? And then maybe spread some to Dread Barrage, for example. I just find it at least people will start to see that Unite and Fight is not so important anymore, because Guild War is such a fucking pain in the ass, man. It's like one of the cancerous freaking event, like literally the only event that people always pay attention to. Like it makes every other shit in the game really, really pointless to pay attention. You know, it's like you don't really have to put in so much effort on the rest if you just mash Guild War, like at this time before this, that is, like we just do Guild War like really hard. We get like top 80k, we get top 2k crews, the 80k individuals, 1 billion and all that shit, right? If you get all that, we just do Guild War just for those, right? I'm fairly certain you're going to be in a really good spot no matter what. Even though you didn't really like, say like for example like the current Ulysses event, for example. You only do like 4 boxes. Like this kind of events, you only do like 4 boxes. The rerun events, you just do like a little bit, just grab like the 10 roll or some shit and then call it a day kind of thing, right? If you do like very, very seasonal kind of stuff outside of Guild War, you're still going to be fine in terms of spark funds or like progression type and all that, because everything is all in Guild War anyway in like the current Unite and Fight. So I really want them to like spread that shit out, because it's just so stupid that everything is just on one freaking event. You know? So I mean, they just say it's overhauled, right? We don't really know what are they really doing. Are they nerfing it? If they make it even better, it's like I don't even know what the fuck. So we just had to wait and see what are they really going to do with Guild War, right? Oh well. So they are not changing anything about EX. Only Nightmare 200. Okay. Well, we all know that the upcoming Guild War is gonna be pretty ass. So hope you guys are prepared for that, because I'm not. Alright. Side stories, we're gonna have Lily's event, sure. Oh my goodness! Gandalf, bro! God damn, that looks sick as hell though. No news, because yeah, I did remember about this as well. The original VA did pass away a long time ago. I do wonder who is gonna be the new one, because if they actually did mention this, I'm very certain they already have hired a new VA for this character. I do have him though, so I can actually test him, but I'm probably if that's how it is, I'm probably just gonna level him in Guild War or something. Let's hope Nightmare 200 is not as cancer as we thought. But I got a feeling Nightmare 200 is gonna be fucking crazy anyway. On the other update on June 7th, a new outfit for Alak will be added in the daily point shop. It'll cost 400 points just like other outfits. Nobody cares about him though. Wait, do people care about this guy? I thought he's like only an SR, is it? Isn't he? Like, do people really care about this guy? Why did they make it? Why did they make this guy's outfit? I thought this guy is like one of those few characters that is long forgotten or some shit. Oh, okay. Also, on the June 7 updates to the post-battle damage log, a new drop-down will allow you to filter the damage log in 5 views. Total damage, normal attacks, counter, skill damage, CA damage, and other. For longer logs, the max display number will increase to 999 from 99. Wow. Wow, technology, bro. Is this a bigger storage space? What's going on, dude? Did they upgrade the servers? Puggies! God knows what. Also on June 7, balance updates to 3 raids. Lindworm. Lindworm. Omens break conditions added to previously unbreakable omens. Okay, the new Babu. Wait, Babu? New omen break conditions other than fated chain added to triggers under 50%. Oh. So they actually noticed that Babu is one of a fucking joke right now, right? Is that why? I guess so. They actually noticed that Babu is actually a joke boss now. But I mean, if they really didn't change much besides just adding more break conditions, he technically still is a joke because you can just delay him to oblivion. I mean, it does feel like it's kind of stupid in a way, because you're kind of like, it's like it's saying like you're gated to just Kangol bullshit anyway. Like, you just have to keep OGing non-stop so you can just fatal chain all day, right? That's totally understandable, but at the same time, it's like you technically can just delay him to non-stop, right? Similar as how Belial is. Because that's kind of like what I'm doing anyway. But Grand Order. Oh, wait, what? HP lower, damage cap increase. CT added? Wait, what the hell is CT? Oh, diamonds. Wait, so they reduce the HP and damage cap, meaning for the player, or I guess it's for the player, eh? What I'm saying here is that if they actually lower it to like, wait, let's check the. Okay, so Akasha is 1.2 billion. This is 1.25 billion. So if they are actually reducing the HP, right? I do wonder if they're actually reducing to like maybe 800 mil or something. Because if they actually reduce a significant amount of HP, right, they are actually probably going to have way more people doing this now instead of Akasha. Or even Baha HL actually. Yeah, so you see, right? there's actually a chance that more people will do Grand Order now. Yeah, because if they actually do reduce the HP quite a bit, right? Because Baja HL is 1.2 billion as well, right? It's 1.2 billion as well, but the thing is, it has elements, right? So it's technically like Light's playground, kind of. So a lot of times, like Grand Order is kind of like the water, the earth playground and shit, right? Because it's like null and stuff. But the thing is, nobody really do this because there's no reason for them to really mash this thing, because you don't really need the materials too much. So the thing is, if they actually do reduce the HP to a real significant amount, because how much is Grand Order? Normal Grand Order? 500 mil. Okay, so there's no way they're gonna go that far down, right? So if they do reduce the HP, so say like 800 or 900, I think that's quite significant already. So it just means that this boss, if there's actually people doing it, it should die really, really fast. It can't die super fast, right? And with that being said, I'm very certain more people should actually want to do Grand Order now. Because Grand Order has, before this, right? Before like the whole change to like Baja HL or whatever, people are actually just mashing Baja HL nowadays. And maybe some just Akasha, right? Because he's dark favored and shit. So before all this, right? People were doing Grand Order just so they can flex. Because you guys remember when Naru was first released last year, right? Grand Naru. Grand Order was so freaking alive. Just because people were testing her out. People were using Grand Order HL, right? As like a testing training grounds kind of thing to see how good your burst setup is. You know what I mean? So like, because of the change now, instead of just being a playground, people will just really do this just to farm bars. Which, honestly, I think can be a good thing. But for my case, no, because I fucking hate Grand Order. I actually really, really hate Grand Order. The triggers in Grand Order is annoying as fuck. That's why I don't really bother. I don't like Baja HL as well, just because it has like crazy amount of fucking face changes that annoys the shit out of me. But yeah, people will still do it just because it's a lot faster. Everybody is like the main group of people farming bars are all in there, so it's like it dies a lot faster and shit. Akasha is not that much people now. I think outside of MagFest it's still somewhat okay though. During MagFest it kind of dies out a little bit. I guess it just depends on what time of day you're actually playing, I suppose. During like the peak hour, it should still somewhat be okay. But, you know. Yeah. So, we'll see how it goes. Alright. Drops for certain raids will be adjusted with the goal of making it easier to host the following raids. Ultimate, Bahamut, Grand Order, and Dark Rapture. So these are all the normal ones, right? So this is they're referring to the normal one, right? Which is really good, I guess, because I mean if you think about it, the let me check the host again. Okay, so let me check the hosts, because the hosts for those raids can be kind of annoying. Because this one for normal Ultimate Baja, the materials that you need to host is this thing, right? Is this thing. So in order for you to get this, you need to get all the gold animas for all this tier of raids, right? Athena, Garuda, and all that shit, right? So usually in order for you to get this, right? In order for you to get this, you just need to do all this shit, right? But the thing is, technically you don't really have to do like mash all this just to get it. Usually if you do trains, right? If you do Ultimate Baja trains, usually you can easily get back the host materials for normal Ultimate Baja. For Grand Order HL is that you have to get the fucking feathers, right? If I recall correctly. If I recall correctly, it's the fucking feathers, no? Oops. This, oh, it's the horns. So which technically can be made with feathers, right? Yeah. So you technically still need to do the normal one, which a lot of people tend to not do because normal Grand Order is kinda dead. A lot of people will just probably either solo it whenever it's necessary. And also because, as you all know, there's really no reason for people to really do Grand Order HL before this, just because, yeah, like I said, there's the people farming bars, the majority of people farming bars are not even bothered to go Grand Order, because Grand Order most of the time is very, very slow. So there's no reason for them to do it. So a lot of people just say fuck it, right? And it's also quite a pain to do this anyway. So yeah. So I guess that changing that is also really nice. So the other one is the normal Dark Rapture. That means the normal Far, right? So this one. So it used to be each of these, where if you're actually mashing normal Baha, normal Ultimate Baha, like this one, if you mash this a lot, like doing daily trains or whatever, it should not be an issue. Hosting this guy should not be an issue. But the thing is, not a lot of people do that. So same goes for like the other two I mentioned earlier, right? Like that's why a lot of times when people ask me on stream, for example, I usually mention that doing Ultimate Baha, the normal Ultimate Baha, as like a train thing is usually very, very important. Just simply because that the materials you get out of that guy provides you a lot of stuff which helps you in a really, really long run. Like you need some of these, right? You need these for some of your shit. And you need obviously these so you can host your shiny thingy. By shiny I mean this guy here, right? You can host this guy, can create your Ultima stuff, right? And then you also get all of these things. You get all of these things which really helps you in some of your like full limit break upgrades or whatnot. And you get toilet paper as well, right? You get all these fucking merits and shit, which really helps a lot, right? So if you do a lot like trains like crazy, you probably don't really need to like farm each individual materials whenever you need them, you know? That's why it's really good. But if they're reducing it, like making them easier to host, is gonna be better. You know why? It just means that more people will host. Because right now, like for example for normal Ultimate Baha, right? I find like people don't host it just because that a lot of people are saving it for trains instead. You know? Just because, you know, like the mats are really annoying to get into, or just to get it to host, right? People save them for trains. They don't really randomly just host. Some people do, but it's very, very minimal. So like, I mean it's super empty right now, but because it's like fucking 6 AM in Japan right now. But there isn't really a lot of people that will really host this at the moment, just because, you know, yeah, like I said, they just save for raids, right? I'm save for trains, right? So yeah. So I guess if they actually make it much easier to host them, maybe more people will just randomly host it. So we can actually get into the raids a lot easier from pubs. So I hope this changes it. I'm not sure about Dark Rapture though, so we'll see, I guess. The biggest fucking change. Yes, the one everyone wants to talk about right now. Kirin will be changed. After update, there will be a maximum of only one Kirin per grid. So it's kind of like Babu now. Kirin and Longdong summons can be reduced for Kirin Omega Anima and Longdong Anima. Thank fuck for that though. If you use Sunlight Stone or equivalent to on a Kirin, you will receive extra anima on reduction. I don't think I did that. Okay. So there is a separate page for this. So we'll get that to it later. I'm not sure if I'm gonna separate it in a different video, but we'll see it soon enough, I guess. Okay, so what are the miscellaneous shit? Granblue versus 2.8. New battle systems to the game, what? Wow. Granblue X Tower Records collab. will feature Fa, Belial, Thunderfall, Lyria, and Lucifer, including a campaign for life-size cutouts of characters of their no music, no life gear. So you can get their outfit or something. Character Polaroids. Okay, cool. I mean, it look kind of nice. Oh, so it's all random merch. Alright, sure, cool. Box of cookies? Oh, that's cute. What? You can also get Yugu. Wow, that's nice. Graphic Novel 8 and Extra Works 8 on sale. Some have received theirs already, featuring official art, design sketches, and more. One SSR character. Star Spawn Grimoire. Wow, dude. That's very poggies. Okay. So obviously the big thing is fucking Kirin and Guild War. Yeah. Diaspora is pretty big too, but I think we only get into that whenever it's out, so we're just gonna ignore that for now. Okay, let's go into Kirin, shall we? Alright. The update to Kirin has many ripple effects that the dev team has investigated, and many raids will be changed with this new rule in mind. It has its own post so that we have translated below. Okay, so let's check fucking Kirin. What the hell it changed? Alright. The post is written by KMR, man, who covers the update schedule for June 7th. There'll be a maintenance on June 7th, and after maintenance ends, the 1 per grid limit will be placed on Kirin. Any grid that had more than 1 Kirin will be changed to only have 1. Wow. So that's in a week. So next week we'll be already seeing this already. Huh. That was kind of fast. Okay. Until the update goes live, a temporary update will make Kirin and Longdawn unable to be reduced, since they will provide more reduction materials post-patch. They can currently be reduced. KMR apologizes and saying they're trying to change that as quickly as possible. Wait, so I can't actually reduce it now? So they haven't changed that yet? Because I almost reduced that thing, right? Yeah, I can still reduce it, so they haven't done that yet. Okay. Alright, so after the June 7 update, balance changes will be made to 9 raids and battles that were balanced for Kirin. Really? Huh. So Ultimate Baja Impossible. So that's shiny. Skyfall Ultimus and Cosmic Collision no longer inflict summonless. Oh wait, no, that's Super Baja, right? Wait, no, that's shiny, isn't it? Dark Retro, Go Full Work Arc no longer inflicts summonless. Wait, what? Dude, even without Kirin, is actually it'll make it so much easier though. Wait, what? Wait, hold on a second. Okay, wait, let me go through this and then I'll say like my thoughts behind all this shit. Belial, Crimson Skyfield removed. No longer extends all allies cooldowns by 1 to 4 turns upon calling a summon. Wait, what? Proud Plus. Violet no longer inflicts summonless. Echidna Proud. The Dearest Mother no longer inflicts summonless. Wait, what? Golden Knight, no longer summonless, no summonless. Wait, so they just remove summonless altogether just because of Kirin? Wait, so the reason why they implemented the summonless mechanic is just because of Kirin. Nice job! Good fucking job, Cygames! Good job! The next section of the blog post covers why these changes were made on what problems Kirin posed that warrant this update. Hold on. I'm warm. This thing is a very heated thing, whatever. Kirin restricted the number of viable strategies in the game because the best answer of any trial and moment was to summon Kirin. No fucking shit. Okay, moving forward, the dev's goal for hard content for players is one or all of: build new parties for new content, experiment with multiple ways of dealing with enemy actions, master the interaction between their party and enemy mechanics, and feel good when making good decisions in battle. Okay, because they wanted one or all of those points to be part of the process and make the eventual success of the player more satisfying. They could not ignore the Kirin is the best answer to everything factor. Well, I told you guys too before in the past, Kirin was a big problem. Kirin became more and more of a factor as more content was added into the game, and its footprint was everywhere in future updates as well. As more characters were added into the game, Kirin became more powerful, and every new character had to be designed with Kirin in mind. Yeah, that's true, because I mean, well, like prime examples, right? Like I don't know. Like this guy. Yeah, like fucking Greya. All the characters, like even Albert. All these type of characters that lets you reset like crazy. Yeah. So Kirin is literally like insane for all that shit. Yeah. It's actually really fucking stupid. So this is gonna be a massive change. Thank fuck they are actually doing it. Thank fuck for that. Kirin was originally released in 2016, and at the time the team could not imagine what it could have been. It would have been this huge of an impact on all future decisions. It was handcuffing designs and ideas. Thank God they are doing it. Yeah, because you see the this is Summer Shalim's. One of the main reasons why they had to nerf a specific fucking thing for a raid was because of this. So I wonder how Super Baha runs is gonna be now. Alright. Okay, let's continue first. KMR's closing thoughts. The team was thinking of changing Kirin for years. From Dark Rapture to Super Baha, they held back because of the effect it would have on the players. However, as the game hit the 8th anniversary, they felt like they could no longer ignore the effect of Kirin had on the game. They needed to change it to keep the game interesting and fun. KMR apologizes to all the players affected by this change and thanks them for playing. All players will receive 3,000 crystals as a gift from the dev team. If you have any concerns, questions, or concerns, please direct them in the in-game suggestion box. Has this ever been used ever? Alright, what is chat saying? Before I actually go deep into what I need to say about this. Well, I got a lot along the way. I wasn't really doing it, so it's fine. Yeah, I actually appreciate them doing the whole gold anima thing on reduction thing, so that's cool. In other words, I don't have to farm so much now. You're more curious on how this will change the difficulty of raids and the usage of characters because it seems like KMR made characters and raids with Kirin stress in mind. Yeah. So without Kirin stress, it seems like a lot of characters' usage will plummet. From what you can tell, characters that otherwise see no use saw some use with Kirin stress. Yeah, exactly. So like another prime example would be, well, who's the most recent one? This one. Yep. Another prime example is this type of character. This character here, Summer Metera. With this kind of setup, means they're pretty much shit now without Kirin. Well, I wouldn't really say they're just garbage altogether, but still pretty good. It's just that Kirin made these type of characters like insane. Alright, where do I start? First and foremost, I've complained about this for a really long time, and my TLDR my expression of this change is that I'm really glad it's changing. I am so happy it's changing. That is my genuine reaction for this. When obviously minus the fucking spoilers earlier, but this was one of the things I actually wanted for a really, really long time as well. These things was like it just makes things really, really like it's so brain dead. So what they're saying here, it makes sense. Wait, where was the yeah, this thing. What they said here make a lot of sense. This is what I wanted as well in the game. What they're saying here is what I originally wanted in the game as well. That's why, if I'm not sure when I actually specifically mentioned this, but I know I mentioned this like probably years ago. I specifically hoped and prayed that Cygames made GBF to have more variant in terms of like grid building. I wanted more. Like we could make grids to a specific type of content. You know what I mean? It's just that because you know, like when it comes to hard race and shit, you have this type of summon. It just kind of like, you know, put it this way, like I know it sounds very stupid to put this reference, right? But like think Inception for a while, chat, okay? Think Inception. When they put that little tiny idea in your mind, they just bury it, and someone puts that idea in your mind, that shit gets stuck in there fucking forever, isn't it? That's what Kirin does to you. Because of how fucking strong Kirin is, right? When people suggested that shit, that thing cannot go out of your mind no matter how you look at all the new content that gets introduced. You know what I mean? Every time when there's like something really fucking hard, right? You know what comes to mind? Do we have Summonless? Do we have like any of that shit? So, you know, like Baleo stuff. So, can we use Kirin? So we, you know, we can just reset our shit, spam that shit, so we just be safe and shit. It's always that one of the first few things that comes into our mind nowadays. So, that's why. So, it kind of ruins the potential of the stuff that we can do in order for us to, like, how do I say? I guess we move forward, I suppose. Like, change our mindset a little bit when it comes to, like, this kind of shit. We must not rely on this stupid fucking summon. But besides that, I think one of the big changes is definitely the Super Baha though. This number one change is going to make Super Baha a little bit interesting now. Because the water boys are using this strat. So I guess you have to rely on light boys to help as well now. You can't let the water guy solo anymore. So the light and water has to actually go through to do this together. I think that's my guess right now. But holy shit, man, I'm so glad that they're really removing this. Oh my god. You wonder if I think people's Kirin spam last 10% was an oversight. I'm quite certain it is, because remember that first nerf they did for like after Super Baha was cleared? You remember that? Where people could extend like with Frau and shit. Remember that stuff? Obviously they didn't know about that. They clearly didn't know. So obviously they never had that in mind, because it's so fucking strong. That skill is so strong. Consistently being able to reset with Kirin is like, what? Like, how, like, just think about like that skill for a moment, right? Like, how is not letting anything do like that, the target that you did, like, how is it, right? Wait, where the fuck is that thing? Where's the picture? Yeah. How is seal all foes actions for one turn sound fucking balanced to you? Like, how does that sound balanced to you? Just read that line for a bit. It's clearly not something like it's not balanced at all, right? It's such a fucking strong skill, right? And then you can reset that shit. Yeah, exactly. It's like fucking, yeah, it's like JoJo shit, right? Like, you know, it's like you're doing fucking the whole JoJo shit, and then it just like everything just stops moving. And then it's like, how is that not broken, man? Dude, this thing, right? And the crazy part about this is that they're putting it on like different characters as well. And so far, we have only gotten like less than a handful of characters. We only have like 2, 3. Yeah, it's only. Wait, I think there's only 2, right? Or was there a third one? I remember there's 2, but was there a third one? I don't remember there was a third one, but yeah. It's still fucking crazy though. And then being able to reset with fucking Kirin just blows my mind. It's like I can happily just click. Oh, they can't do anything. Press all my buttons. Like, how is that like? How is that like not brain dead? Tell me. Like, I can have 0 IQ and still probably just do this, right? That's why I just think that this summon is so freaking dumb. So that's why it's actually really fucking good that they're actually doing this, because now we don't really need because the thing is, now that summonless is actually gone, right? It actually opens up so much new strats when it comes to like all these stuff. Like even Far, for example, right? For anyone's wondering or still new in the game, whatever, Gopher's arc is at 25%. 25%, you have to always go through this no matter what, right? Now we do not have summonless. And I still do think that even a raid like that, right? Usually when what they were saying, like the way they say it is like they designed this mechanic based on Kirin, right? Obviously, from what we have seen, this opens up to so many different things that people can do without relying. Okay, I only have like what, like just say like I only have one Kirin, right? And people were saying like, oh, so if I want to solo this, right, I need to have 4 Kirins or some shit. Is that it? So you don't have to do that anymore. You can actually just go with other stuff, and then you can actually try to make your life a lot easier now that it's not summonless. You can actually do other shit along the way, because summon plays such an important, how do I say, a very important role in any given fights to whatever we are in. So with that said, right, it just, how do I say, it just says like, God, this happens very often sometimes when I'm in like I have like a train of thought, and all of a sudden poof, it disappeared. Honestly, with this thing in play, there's a lot of stress is just gonna be disappeared. All of the any of the so-called reset shit is just out of the window now. Like anything to do with Kirin is just out of the window. Like, yeah, like I think Chad mentioned EO Cannon, or even the likes of you know, like Kubira and Chicken. Like all that shit. Stress like those are just gone. But I really wish they actually got rid of this a long time ago though. Like a long time ago, like before even Super Baja was a thing. Like I would really hope that we knew how to actually clear Super Baja without fucking Kirin. The whole Kirin water strat. I was really hoping for that. Yeah, because there are a lot of characters that were really kind of evolve or yeah, revolve around Kirin. I wonder how they're gonna be right now without Kirin. I mean, I can still kind of see it still being used, but like, you can only reset once now. I guess technically resetting once isn't really that bad. Wait, hold on a second. Did they say that you can actually put that as a support summon? They didn't mention anything about that, so we can actually still put them in the support summon, right? I don't remember seeing them mention anything about it, so I guess it's still there, right? Burst setups that still involves Kirin is still gonna be a thing then. It should still be fine then, because there are still quite a few burst setups that you can actually still do with Kirin. Like water, for example. Or even earth. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, it's still fine though. Like, for people who still wants to use this, having one already is still pretty big these days though, so it's not that bad. But I feel like this... I felt like this should not even be a thing. You know? I was actually thinking that they would just delete Kirin off the game. Because I just think that Kirin is just a fucking... it's just a dumb summon altogether. And I do think that having Kirin deleted from the game would actually be a much better... I feel it would be a lot better rather than just keeping it into just... limiting to just one. I think one of the biggest change this turns out to be is this one. I can actually start using my fucking summons. Being able to use summons in Belial, right? It's so nice. Like seriously though, being able to use summons and not get pushed down with your cooldowns, it's so crazy. Because this is such a massive, like, this is such a massive cuck. You know? Just like, because there are times where, I remember you have to dispel, right? And then I remember that dispel came by too early sometimes when I'm in pubs. And then I'm forced to use like Babu or something, and then my shit gets like really cucked by getting 4 turns plus 4 turns cooldown. Then it's like, oh, I'm so fucked all of a sudden. This is just like so fucking good, man. It's so nice. And then the best thing about this that you can still use Kirin. You can actually use Kirin properly now. Like, even though Kirin is only limited to 1, yeah. But you can still use Kirin in Belial though. And not get cucked by that too. You see, this is why that's why I think that fucking Kirin needs to be deleted from the game, man. Because you see, it's like, you know, now it's like people can, we still can use it, right? It's still 1, right? Using it once is already so fucking huge though. They should just delete this thing off the game! Yeah. If you think about it, with this, Belial might not be a pain in the ass anymore just because you can actually use summons. Soloing Belial is not really a piece of shit. Because I feel like a lot of times people just find it like such a pain for Belial because of the post 25 that hits so hard. So at least now, maybe with summons and shit, we can at least, you know, negate some of that crap. You know? It might not really be too much of a problem. Man, it actually will make Belial so much easier. Holy crap. Wow. Man, honestly, I feel like I could just go on with this though. I could go on talking about this for probably quite some time. But I guess TLDR, I think a lot of people can agree that this was a good move. Right? I'm sure chat agrees with this, based on what I've seen you guys mention so far. I'm sure majority of the players will agree that this was the good move. But I wish this was done a lot earlier. But you know what they usually say? Better late than never. So thank God. But I still wish that this was deleted anyway, but I feel like they have to keep that in there just so that people are not too mad. But man, I think this, I mean, technically I have already spent like probably 20-30 minutes just talking about Kirin alone already. I mean, I honestly think this is great though. Like, holy shit, man. I mean, it's like, yeah, I have a lot of fucking Kirins. Like, look at all the Kirins I have. I mean, I have 4 here because, you know, the standard 4 before this. But it's not just that. I have actually a lot more. I have a lot of Kirins. See? I have a lot of Kirins. And all these, I did not farm for it. I just get them. Just from doing the trains. So you see, this is why I'm actually quite happy that they added animas in them. So it just means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. I have 10 free gold animas. I'm so glad. So it just means I have you know, I have lesser Kirin to farm. Where is it? Yeah, here. So I don't have to farm so many Kirins now. Feels good, man. Oh man, I'm so fucking glad they're doing this, man. Holy shit! I've been wanting to reduce them for the longest time, but I just kept them there just for the fucking memes. We don't know if it's one gold cop. Oh yeah, I don't know either. Well, we have to wait until next week anyway, because it's actually a lot more pseudo than I thought. I'm actually very excited for the 7th now, because it makes me want to play the game, because we don't really need Kirin anymore. Like, I want to see how Super Baha turns out to be. I want to see how Super Baha turns out to be, and I want to fuck around in Belial as well. Because of this change, I really want to fuck around in Belial. It's gonna be so much more fun now. Oh, using Kirin while they can. No, but I honestly think like Super Baha should not be a problem. Because of the stuff that we have right now, right? Light can help, wind can help. But honestly, I just think that the main one that can really help is light, because until today, most of the pubs that I join, I always see light just pushes past 10 anyway. That's it. I don't really want to push this too much longer. I think this is gonna be like probably nearly an hour long or some shit. This is gonna be a big month actually. The Kirin change, the Guild War change, Diaspora. Yeah, this month is gonna be pretty loaded. So till then, I need to play more PoE before all this happens. So yeah, time to rush PoE right now. Okay, bye bye.